Hey everybody, it's Taylie and welcome back to my channel. So today I wanted to go for a very dramatic look just because my last few looks have been very simple and kind of neutral, which is fine, but I just wanted something with more color and something dramatic. So I came up with this coppery smoky eye, and then I paired it with a kind of dark red plumish lip. I hope you guys enjoyed it. To me, it was very simple. I used one palette, which is my Morphe 35K palette, and then I used some pigment on my lid. So you'll see all that in the video. If you'd like to know how I got this look, please stay tuned. So of course we're going to start with priming our lids and setting it with a translucent powder. I use my NYX eyeshadow base. That'll help our eyeshadow stay all day long. Going into my Morphe 35K palette, I'm using that brown shade in the corner for our transition color. And I'm trying to make this an rounded eye look, so I'm going to keep rounding it towards the outer corner instead of making it winged out. I'm going to take that next color and kind of go right on top of that. Then we're going to take this gray color from the same palette on an angled brush and kind of start defining our crease a little bit. And in between every shade, we're going to blend. Then we're going to take that ashy cool tone brown and go over the crease color. And then to kind of make a place for where our pigment is going to go, I'm using Gameface by Colourpop. And I'm putting that all over my lid. Since I have hooded eyes, I am trying to put it above my actual crease to make my eyes appear bigger, and so that when I open my eyes, it doesn't just get lost in the hooded area. And then I'm going to blend out those edges, of course. Then I'm going to blend even further with the brush we used for that brown color. Then I took black, I forgot to show it, but I took a black shade from the palette and put that right on the outer corner and just proceeded to blend it out with my different blending brushes that we've already used. To apply our pigment, we're taking the NYX Glitter Glue and I'm going to place that all over the lid. And then the pigment I'm using is from JCAT Beauty. The name will be down in the description bar below, but it's this really pretty bronzy golden color. And I'm going to place that on the lid right over top of Gameface with the same brush I used to apply the glue. And then I'm going to brush out any harsh corners. And that is a somewhat completed eye look, you guys. We'll be back to finish it later. We're going to move on to skin now. And first I'm taking my Gleam by Melanie Mills in Bronze Glow, and I'm going to buff that in with a flat top kabuki brush. Using this as a base will give us a luminous finish. And then we're going to move on to foundation. Right now I'm testing out the Lancome 24-hour foundation. That's my little tester from Sephora. I wore this all day long after I filmed this video, and it literally stayed in place all day long. I'm going to buff it in with my Morphe 439 brush, and I didn't even color correct. Just look at the coverage it's giving, but it doesn't look cakey at all, and it doesn't feel cakey. And I'm making sure to get my forehead even though I have bangs on. Well, I have bangs right now. We're going to keep buffing away just to make sure we're covered, and buff down to your neck, guys. You don't want to be wearing a mask. Then we're going to conceal and highlight. You know, I'm using my LA Girl Pro Concealers in Toffee and Warm Honey. I'm not going to talk too much about this because you guys know the drill by now. I'm just going to let it play for a little bit. So after our concealer is all buffed in, we're going to go ahead and set. I kind of went a little ham with the baking today, but you know, it turns out good in the end. I'm using my Sasha Buttercup powder, and there's a little bit of my Laura Mercier mixed in there. And I'm just going to set all the places that I highlighted. While that's baking, we're going to do a light contour. I'm using my Black Radiance palette, and I'm using the two dark colors, and I'm just going to chisel out my cheeks just a little bit, very light product on my brush. And then we're going to go into bronzer. And you guys know I'm using my, I don't know why I'm so weird. I'm using my Clean Collection bronzer. I'm just going to go over those places that I contoured, and this just warms up the face versus contouring defines the face, okay? So we're just warming it up. I'm still getting that forehead, even though I have bangs. It's really not necessary. I was just being extra that day, apparently. And I'm going to go ahead and chisel out my nose just a little bit. I just like a light contour on my nose. And then I'm going to use my e.l.f. blush brush to wipe away all that extra powder that was sitting there. And after that's all gone, we're going into our powder to set the rest of the face. I'm using MAC Mineralized Skin Finish. And I'm just going to buff out any harsh lines from my contour and set all the other areas that we didn't set before. I'm going to hit my waterline with my gel glide liner by LA Girl. It's in Black Magic. And then we're going under the waterline, smoking out that black liner with that brown color from the Morphe 35K palette and an angled brush. And then we're going to go back in with that cool tone brown color and keep smoking out that waterline. Alright, time for the fun part. I'm going back in with Bronze Glow, and I'm setting that on the highest points of my face and buffing it in with the same brush that I used to buff in my concealer. Here's what Bronze Glow looks like alone. Very natural and beautiful, but you know that's not enough for me. I'm going in with Gold Deposit on my fat fan brush from BH Cosmetics, and I'm going to go over all the places that I put the Bronze Glow as well as my brow bone. And then, because it's me, we're going to go and Champagne Pop right on top of both of those. And wow, look like a snow globe now. Make sure you blend out your highlight. You don't want to just set it on top. You always want to make sure it's blended out like everything else on your face. And then again, I took Gold Deposit with a sponge applicator and put that on my brow bone. For blush, I am using my Toasted Almond by Black Radiance, and I put a little bit on my nose. I learned this trick from a famous MUA. And then for our lip color, I'm taking two Colourpop Ultra Matte lips. The first one is going to be Limbo, and I'm kind of outlining my lip with it. And then I'm going to put LAX in the center, and it's going to make this really nice reddish brown, plum, whatever you see it as, color. After we set everything with our finishing spray, that will be the completed look. I really hope you guys enjoyed. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye guys!